guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike, he's Jay.
Wait, what?
I am Mike and you are Jay.
Call me Snake. The name's Bliskin. Welcome to the human race.
Hey guys, Game of Thrones. Before I want to say anything, just to let you know, because I'm better than the internet, spoilers. Obviously, it's a recap. We're going to talk about what happened, but that doesn't fucking matter because the whole world spoiled it for everyone.
Yeah, Mike actually sent me a text message that said, do not get on the internet. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I was like, okay, I already watched it, but it's good. I get that. That sucks when you get on there and like a Yahoo article pops up. It's like, Game of Thrones, what we learned, and then you see Jon Snow's face.
Dude,
Wow.
normally it's some asshole who just posts something, which, granted, I mean, I didn't get to watch it until the next day, so the episode had already aired. But it's usually just some asshole that's randomly like, hey, I'm going to spoil this for everybody. And you're like, hey, fucker, get that off my Facebook feed.
But it would be what you just said, though. What you said about Kurt Russell. Welcome to the human race session. Like the guy's like the spoiler.
That's the human race.
I know.
But in this time, dude, it's variety. These huge websites are posting pictures of dead Jon Snow and saying, someone died in Game of Thrones. And you're like, how the fuck is that not a spoiler, you ass cunts?
I think that they were probably thinking that you'd already watched it.
They can suck my asshole.
Suck my what asshole?
I woke up for work because I had to watch it while, you know, at work and stuff like that. And I sat.
Good employee, huh?
I woke up and I was like, I gotta take my morning constitution. And I opened up my phone to look at Facebook, see what's cracking, and that's the first thing I see is some asshole.
Yeah. When you say morning constitution, you mean taking a duty?
Yeah.
It's all right. Everybody does it.
And I pull up, and the first thing I see is dead Jon Snow, and it says now his watch has ended. And I'm like, that's classy, but now I know that Jon Snow fucking died.
You're a classy bitch. So this fucking episode had everything, an amazing fucking twist, and M. Night Shyamalan fucking got a boner after watching this. I think he did. Maybe he didn't. But I'm just saying, like, I have not been this excited about it.
Surprise boner.
Hot,
Twist
it's hot.
But was his boner dead all along?
Maybe.
It's a spirit boner. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's his dead vaginas.
Go ahead. What happened?
I'm just going to say I haven't been this excited since it was revealed that the White Ranger was Tommy. You came down, you're like, oh my god, it's Tommy. But yeah, everything that was happening in this, it was like one crazy thing after another, and you just go fucking, oh my god, oh, scanners. But so I want to talk about something really quick and small about it, because there's so much other stuff going on. Let's talk about Sansa and Theon. Finally, alright, we'll get to that. Finally, Theon gets his non-existent balls back. Yeah. After it's cut off. But he takes that bitch and he pulls an Emperor Palpatine Darth Vader. He's like, he throws it because she's like, when he's used up all your parts, his little hooker, Ramsay's little hooker is talking to Sansa after she's trying to leave. It's like, after he's used up all the parts he needs to, then he's going to have so much fun. I don't know, he's going to cut off her titties. I don't know what he's going to do.
He just needs your vagina.
And then finally Theon's like, enough, bitch! And throws her over the edge, and he takes Sansa, which I was like, cool.
That was a cool death scene.
I loved it.
The way she hit the wall and fell down.
I love that scene. Yeah, it was great. And then he takes Sansa in there. They go to the wall, and he's like, "You ready?" It's like fucking No Limit, and they jump over the edge. Yeah, they jump over the edge. And now Mike said there was rumors out there that people are saying they're dead. They jumped right in like 18 feet of snow. I mean, they might have survived. I mean, they're not going to be feeling really well.
I don't know if they're dead or not, man.
I don't think they're dead.
I don't think so.
Because
I think the show might have wanted you to believe they're dead. I don't know. Because it was just so unimportant. It was just like, come. We jump.
But no, I mean, I think they're going to be fine. I think that if they actually had died, they would have shown more, they would have shown, they made a bigger deal about it. So I don't think they're dead. That's cool, though, that Theon has come back from Reek. I mean, I'm not saying he's all the way back because he's still got that PTSD, I'm sure, but it was just, I don't like Theon necessarily because of all the shit he did pull.
But how much does he have to do to really, recompense?
Well, he's dead.
Well, you watch me get raped, you skinned 2 kids alive, but they weren't my brother.
He's on the right track.
What's he got to do?
He's on the right track.
How many chances does a man get?
A man will do what a man needs. Okay, and speaking of a man, that's a good segue. We'll talk about Arya.
Badass, super awesome.
I love that.
That's exactly what we wanted to happen. That's what I thought was going to happen. She goes in, that douchebag is hitting those little girls. And again, I hated seeing that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I hated seeing that, he's hitting on those girls, and then I was really confused for a second. I was like, did she just like fucking morph, or was she wearing a Mission Impossible mask?
Yeah.
Like, what happened there? But she pulls it off or whatever, and he's like, oh.
That was awesome. Stabbed his fucking eyes and shit. Yeah, I love that scene. And then she goes back, and the dude's like, a girl has killed, but a girl has killed the wrong man. A girl must now pay. And she's like, fuck. And then she starts, he's like, but I will take this for you. And he drinks the poison, he dies, and she's like, oh my God, no. And that little other bitch that's been mistrustful of her the entire time, she's like, why are you acting so surprised? He's like, he was my friend. He's like, no, he wasn't. And she's pulling off, and then all of a sudden it's that dude again. Yeah. And then she goes fucking blind. And you're like, what devilry is this? It's like black magic.
I'm so sick of his shit, dude. Could you imagine if the man without a face, Mel Gibson, could you imagine if he had a Facebook? Like, it would be nothing but vague booking all day long. He would be that guy on their Facebook that was like, things are just so hard, I don't know what to do, ... And everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then he'll respond with, the question of my life is a question that needs answered. And you're like, what is wrong? And he's like, I might like Cheerios. And you're really confused by it. It would just be nothing but vague booking all day long.
I'll get frustrated. Like, fucking Riddler, stop!
I know, just say what you mean and mean what you say!
I think that Arya's probably thinking after she's going blind, this is the worst internship I've ever done. But she's apparently blind now. Which she's gonna be the new Daredevil. It's gonna be the Arya.
Sounds like Daria.
Daria! It is Daria! Diarrhea! Cha-cha-cha! But okay, so that was a quick little... And she wound up not killing the guy that, you know, the faceless guy, worshiper, wanted her to kill, and that's why he was pissed off and she had to pay. So... You're paying. You're gonna go fucking blind.
Hey, man, you know crime doesn't pay. Come on, you know that. Why he steals the turtle?
As soon as he says that, he's like, you have 50 cents. Okay, so we go from there. Let's talk about Cersei. Bitch got hers in the end. I still don't like those zealots. I think they're, and you know, she got Nurse Ratchet in there. She's like, confess. And then she's like,
I swear to God, dude, every time, it's like, if you like slept with a chick at a bar or something like that, and you woke up the next day and you're like, oh my God, you know, she's hideous or whatever. I want to be standing behind the bed with a bell going, shame. Shame.
But you know, they probably do that at colleges everywhere.
Yeah, every walk of shame you see, someone should just follow with a bell going,
shame,
shame,
ho,
shame.
You know what I do? I don't know what it is, man, but that nun, she kind of gets it going in the steam. I don't know why.
She looks like Dolores.
She does, but she's got like that mean fucking thing. You're just like, control it. I don't know. But okay, Cersei did get hers in the end. Okay, everybody wanted her to get it. That bitch fucking got it tenfold. She had to walk through the streets butt-ass naked, have people throwing shit at her, yelling. He's like, that one guy, he like jumps off the crowd. He's like, look at them wall titties.
that is one horny-ass village, dude.
I know, and then
they're just running out with their dicks.
That dude was like, he was flopping around like it was fucking, he was like, it was the African safari. He's like, I'm gonna let us just suck me off. I was like, holy shit.
It was gross though. I was watching this shit at work. My boss came through, I was like, fuck,
yeah, I know.
What if your boss walked behind you, dude, and some dude was just swinging his dick?
It's like it's fucking anatomy class. But yeah, so she gets finally, after her walk of shame, and she does confess to the High Sparrow that she fucked her cousin, but she leaves out that she had sex with Jaime Lannister, despite the rumors that her kids are legitimate. Well, no, that's
she's still gotta go on trial.
Yeah, she's gonna go on trial, but she walks naked, shame. At some point, you're like, shut the fuck up, they know. But, you know, she gets to the castle, and when she gets to the castle, she breaks down, she falls, you know, she's crying. But then that maester that she hired, big man in the corner.
Dude, that was my favorite.
God,
that was my favorite scene, and nobody's talking about that because of the death of Jon Snow, obviously. But that guy is scary as fuck looking. He looks awesome.
Yes.
He looks intense. And we were talking about this earlier. Game of Thrones is like wrestling. Because think about Jaime Lannister. He pushed a little kid out the window. You thought this guy's a bad guy for life. And now we like him. I don't know if we like Cersei yet. I don't know if that, but that NWO shit is turning.
Yeah, so Jaime Lannister and her are gonna be in the wolf pack. It's like, woo, the outsiders.
Yeah, you're like now that she's gone through this, you almost feel bad for her. Yeah. Even if you don't feel bad for her, you want those fanatics to get their head cut off.
I really do.
Like, you just want them to get their shit. And then you've got this huge dude. He's like, I swear to kill all your enemies. It's like, yes.
I love that guy. And I mean, he's the Mountain, obviously, is who he is, but he's been like Frankensteined up. And the maester, or the former maester, said he has vowed a thing of silence until he kills all your enemies. And he picks her up and he's carrying her. I mean, I really wish at that point though, when they had cut to him and then him picking her up, it would have been that living dead girl. It was fucking awesome. You're like, it's getting nitty gritty. And then I was thinking, like, I was going further. I was getting crazy. I was getting John Nash, because the great John Nash. I was going all crazy into hip hop, theories. What if you imagine him at some point fighting the Walkers?
Yes.
Yes.
That would be sweet.
And because he's already dead.
Yeah.
He's like a fucking Frankenstein, so they can't kill him necessarily. Yeah. Right? I don't know.
I just can't wait to see what happens. That's going to be badass.
Okay, and then
I mean, could King's Landing get more fucked?
No, it's fucked. It's fucking, a dildo is right stuck in it with no lube. We're going to go from there to Jaime Lannister. Oh my God. What happened with his daughter? Fucking terrible.
That pissed me off, man. Because but I called it. I'm gonna say I called it when she kissed his daughter on the lips, and she was like, "I'm sorry," and they gave that long kiss on the lips. I was like, "She's got poison on her lips." And sure enough, they get out in the open, and that girl's like, "He's like, you want a good girl, but you need a bad pussy."
Oh my god, yes!
I was kind of like, I don't even think that's hot because that's just kind of tacky.
Yeah,
like, you went too far.
It was kind of hot.
I don't like the.
Like you see Braun's face. Braun was like, he was like, I wish you would have done that. I would be like, hey Jamie, maybe I'll catch the fucking ferry later on. Can I get it at 7 o'clock? I got some bad pussy to attend to. I mean, that was
like bad bitches. That's my fucking problem.
I'm like, the fuck, that's my problem. I said, but yeah, I'm just saying, Braun had just fucking said. Well, wait, because he looks like that dude. I mean, God, I love Braun.
He's a bad.
If some little hot girl I whisper that in your ear, you just be like. Down, boom, boom. We gotta do things, but I'm just saying that was hot. That was like I'm sorry. We're being guys. Nasty. We're being guys right now.
You're nasty, girl.
We nasty.
I don't even know if I want it. I do.
I do. Definitely.
I do.
You will give me crap? All right. I will go to the doctor afterwards.
When he leave, when he here, I'll be quiet. But when he leave, I'll be talking to you.
But yeah. So after the, you know, when she gives that long kiss, you know, the thing is, I thought after, you know, the queen or whatever she is, she gives her that long kiss, she's got poison on her lips, the girl is dying in the cabin while Jamie Lannister's sailing home. But, you know, Jamie Lannister also reveals to her before she dies, and it's weird, he was like, basically he's making this big ring-around thing, he's talking and talking and talking, he's like, basically I just want to say, I fucked my sister and I'm your dad. That was she's like, and then she's like, I know. I'm like,
and
wow.
It's touching. It's touching.
It is touching.
But then Game of Thrones happens, and she's fucking dead.
I know, but you
don't know she's dead.
But she's so accepting of the idea that my dad is my brother, or my dad is my cousin. That's not the cousin. That's my sister's brother. What the fuck? And it's almost like one of those things where she's like, I don't care if I have a 3-eyed baby. I love you, Daddy, and it's cool. I get the emotional impact because he finally gets revealed that, you know, you're my daughter and I love you, but. Jesus Christ.
Two things can happen here, though. A, they turn the ship around, and Jamie's like going out to all-out war. And what happens when Jamie goes to kill the bad pussy chick, and Braun kills Jamie?
No, he's not going to kill the bad pussy chick.
Well, he's going to kill them all. He's going to want everybody to die. Or he's going to go on to King's Landing, and then Cersei is going to see, she's like, you failed, you let my daughter die, and then she's going to unleash
hell,
Mountain Man on
don't want
Jamie, and then Jamie might die.
But here's, I don't know if she's gonna, you know what, I think is what, it might be just a simple thing.
Tell us!
Maybe Braun has got the antidote. Remember that girl gave him that.
Ooh.
Maybe, yeah, I know, it's fun.
It's so rich and compelling.
Give me that money. Make it shine.
Okay, so, and then, I mean, what else is there? Stannis, of course. Stannis,
yeah, he finally gets his,
who kills his childreness, goes into, that chick's like, she's fucking peaced out. She's like, oh, I'm full of shit, bye. And she rides back.
Melisandre?
Yeah, Melisandre.
Yeah, Melisandre.
Nice titties, crazy mind. Melisandre rides back to the wall, which we'll get to.
I don't want to go there.
Yeah. But Stannis.
Did you say the end?
Yeah, Stannis goes in with a half a dick. You know, he goes in with his flagpole raised only yay high, and he's like, I'm gonna try it anyway because I'm just stupid and I killed.
I only took half of Viagra.
And then who comes out of the woodwork to take his ass out?
Fucking John Ramsay. Is it John?
No.
Ramsay.
Ramsay wasn't even in this episode.
Yeah, he was. Ramsay fucking was killing all his men.
Oh yeah, Ramsay was fucking shit up. No, it was the big bitch. What's her name?
Triple B. Brianna.
Brianna comes out and she's like, by the sword of my caliber. And he's like, do your duty, girl.
I love that he was like, with that whole war habit, he had no men. It was like fucking 300 Spartans. I wanted to be like, he probably was trying to get his men. He should have got them riled up and just been like, goes, don't you want to taste the glory? See what it tastes like. And then he goes in there and gets his ass fucking wrecked. He does fight to the end with those two dudes, but that whole thing with him killing his daughter, no effect. It didn't have any outcome that he wanted, that he thought was going to happen. And then big Triple B, but even though when Triple B does that, when she takes her fucking axe or her sword and comes in, you didn't see him die. You just see her go, ugh! You don't know. I mean, did she strike the
pull an H2O?
Because no, I'm not, it's not gonna be somebody else with a head.
I know, but
I'm just saying. But what if she hit the tree above him because he's Renly's brother?
And then he kills her in episode 1.
Maybe.
I'm
just saying he didn't die. And
we didn't see him die. We didn't see Sansa die. So
yeah, and a little tiny offshoot of that. It was obviously that was a Game of Thrones moments when Podrick runs up there and tells her the Stannis Army's getting ready to march on Winterfell, and you know, Brianna's been looking at that tower, and right when she turns, the fucking candle lights. I'm like,
You know who we did see die though?
talk about it.
They made sure that we knew he was dead.
Chancho, no!
Chancho! The worst, Jon Snow dies. And it was the worst because you didn't even see it coming. He wasn't even in any danger. He's just sitting in the dirty castle, and it's like, this sucks, whatever, typical day in the dirty castle. Sam's talking. Sam leaves. Did Sam know? Is that why Sam left?
Sam left because he wanted to be a maester.
I don't know if I trust him.
He did. He's always been loyal.
He gave him that look in the last episode.
No, because he's always been loyal to Jon.
I know, but still. But he said he always comes back. Does he? We don't know. Anyways, Jon Snow, they go outside and they're like, hey, we want to show you something. He's like, really? And so let me just walk out here. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like stab, stab, dead, dead, stab, stab. And that little fucking bitch-ass kid comes out and finishes him off. And Jon Snow, you see him bleed out. You see his eyes go. You see him die. You know he's dead. And my life gets ruined.
But you know what? You know what it is? I really think it wasn't bad how they set it up because Jon Snow wasn't like distrusting because they said that his uncle was still alive. That's how they got him to come outside. They're like, you know, there's a wildling that came in, so your uncle's still alive. And they're like, the first stranger. And he's like, yeah. And he runs out there to find out, and it says traitor. It's like that fucking cross. And then I'm like, I was like, Rachel! I was so fucking, I knew it was coming. And then boom, boom. But he took a bunch of stabbings before he finally went down on his knee. And I'm like, holy shit, that guy can take it. And then the little bastard, yeah, he does stab him in the heart, and it's over. But here's the thing.
Is he alive?
Yeah, here's the thing.
He's not.
I was thinking, no, listen to this.
It's over.
I know, but listen to this. Who showed up in King's Landing right before that happened?
I know, Melisandre. Right.
And she had sacrificed. She's got that black magic witchery.
I mean, it makes sense.
Because remember, she was all interested in Jon Snow a couple episodes ago.
I know. I see what you're saying. You bring people back to life. But
they're not like the way they were.
No, everything points to the fact that he's going to be brought back alive by Melisandre, and then guess what happens?
He's a bitch.
His oath is filled. He can do what he wants. He can leave the watch, and he can try to take over the throne himself because his oath is in it. He died. He swore oath to death, so now he's alive. That would be amazing fruit.
But do you think? But he's so honorable. I don't know if he'd leave it.
Now he would, because his oath is up. He fulfilled his oath. He died under the Night King. Plus, they fucking betrayed him. So why is he gonna stay there? So now he can become the big dog. But the thing is that unless they're straight up lying to us, I mean, he said the producers of the show told him, that's it, you're done, it's over. He says he's dead. The producer said he's dead. He's gone. And there's a million different theories. Is he gonna become the wolf? Where was the wolf, by the way?
I don't know where Ghost is.
Yeah, where's Ghost? He saved Sam's fat ass, but not, you know.
Sam, there's obviously. I don't know what's going to happen. I just think that was significant that they showed Melisandre coming in right before that scene. That is, I mean, even the producers even if the producers did tell him you're dead, it might have been a way to prevent him from even leaking something, or maybe just trying to keep it close to the chest. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying I have hope that maybe he's not dead.
But what I think happened was that Jon Snow's getting a little bit big. I saw him in a clone ad the other day.
Yeah.
He's getting a little bit big, and maybe he, you know, Tony Soprano, he wanted out. He wanted to go do his own thing, and they said, let's keep it quiet, though. We'll let you go, but we're going to kill you off this episode.
Well, George R. Martin,
could be what happened.
George R. Martin did say, I think, at some point, he said that the books are totally different. He wanted to make the books completely separate and different from the television series, and he said people are going to die in the television series that don't die in the book, because that's the way they keep you coming back. But if you knew everything in the books, you know, you're like, oh, people will be spoiling it all over the internet.
At the same time, now it's almost the huge. You know, now you should keep somebody alive just to expect them to die.
Yeah, this one though, I really didn't see it. It was a nipple twist from hell. It's like, I should have seen it coming.
My question of the day is, what is the worst death for you in Game of Thrones? What's the one that hurt you the most?
That one bad.
For me, that's number 2, but the number 1 is still Sean Bean. I hated him.
Oh God,
I thought he was going to be great. They killed him off. I was like, I don't even want to watch this fucking show anymore.
But when you watched it, you knew he was going to die. It's like Sean Bean is in a position of power. They're going to kill his ass.
So that was the beginning. We didn't know yet.
I know, but I'm saying every time Sean Bean's in a movie of any kind of significance, he dies. Like you knew that was coming. It's like, Sean, you fuck. Why do you make me love you? But yeah, Jon Snow hurt. I'm going to say Jon Snow number 1, then Sean Bean, because Jon Snow has already been so significant for like, what, 5 seasons?
What's your all take? Who's the death that pissed you off the most?
Okay.
What else happened?
One last thing that we'll talk about. Daenerys, Tyrion.
Ah, yes.
Daenerys' manho, Grey Worm, Jorah, and Daenerys' girlfriend person. That whole scene, I loved it. I love that little interaction they're going, you know, when they're all sitting on the throne room steps and they're all figuring out what they're going to do. Jorah and Manho of Daenerys says, we're going to go out and look for Daenerys because she's still out there. We need to have her. Tyrion, you stay here with Grey Worm and her advisor and kind of run the kingdom. I'm like, fuck yes. I was like, Tyrion knows. Tyrion. And I like when he was like, because, you know, before Tyrion was like, I can fight. And then the little Manho was like, have you seen battle? He's like, I have fought. He's like, are you so, but I think you just talk. He goes, and drink. But that doesn't matter. And then I liked that he was like the guy, the man. I like that guy. The man was like, He's talking about Grey Worm. He's like, he's the toughest guy without balls I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. But you know what's going to happen. That guy's an idiot who's got too big of a head. And you saw how Jorah looked. He was like, come on, buddy, it's me and you. And Jorah was like,
I think what's going to happen.
You are laying my woman, and I'm going to stab you in the back.
Jorah's got that freaking dirty STD going on with himself. I think he's
just going to be like,
stone! I think he's going to wind up either infecting that guy or killing him on their hunt for Daenerys. And then at the end, when Tyrion's up there, he's like, you know, he's looking over his big city that he's got to run for a while. Varys shows up, and he's like, I missed you. He's like, I know. It was so fucking, I'm glad to see Varys back. He was like, he goes, how did you find me, or should I even ask? He's like, well, the birds sing in the east, and they sing in the west, and you just have to ask. I love your bird shit.
Jump on it.
And then Daenerys is sitting out there with her dragon, and the dragon's all like hurt and shit, like falling down, like hungry. And
Ride!
And she's like, come on!
Ride, damn you!
The batteries are dead, and then these Indians, they're not Indians, but they sound like...
Who the fuck was that?
I think they're Dothraki.
My friends, we have another player on the throne for 2 points.
I think they're Dothraki.
I don't know who they are, but
they look like Dothraki.
We got a whole other faction of people who are going to be going after the throne.
Maybe they're Native American. I thought they were Native American.
But you know what? She knows how to do it. She knows how to take shit over. Maybe she takes them over, adds them to her army.
No, but she has no army to back her up.
Who knows?
Maybe she gets fucking raped.
What if they kill her? No. What if they kill her?
Nah,
it's Game of Thrones, so everyone's
hard. She got dragon.
Everyone
got dragon hanging out.
In Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's true.
So what's going to happen with Daenerys? That's our other question.
Well, you know what? Okay, this is actually I had a question. Okay. It sucks that Jon Snow died, but would you have rather have Jon Snow die or Tyrion Lannister?
So many questions.
Tyrion or Jon? Who do you pick? Tyrion or Jon? Tyrion or Jon?
Jon!
It's so terrible, you don't want to admit it, but I don't want Tyrion to die. That would have sucked so much dick.
Yeah.
It would have sucked a lot of dick.
Dwarf dick.
Because it's big.
So guys, this episode's a 10, even though it broke my heart. It's a 10 for you, and I know it. It's a 10 for you, and I know it. Maybe not, who knows? I'm not going to speak for you.
So I swear to God, there's somebody that's like, this is the worst episode I've ever seen on a TV show. I hope they fucking go back to CSI. I would have watched that.
It hurt my heart.
It did suck.
It did hurt my heart. But yeah, so that's our Game of Thrones, guys. That's the season of Game of Thrones. Thank you guys for watching. Hey, you fuckers who only watch us when we're doing Game of Thrones reviews, stay! Stay with us. We do other shit too, and we're getting ready to start reviewing True Detective starting next week.
Walkers.
Get your
Walkers of the Detectives.
Get your Colin Farrell on. So stay tuned for that next week if you're going to be watching True Detective. Sorry.
Cocktail. It's like Tom Cruise.
So we got movie reviews coming up, a lot of stuff coming up, guys. Stay with us for other stuff other than Game of Thrones if you will. I feel like I'm begging now. Please, a cup. Coin.
My precious.
Until next time, guys, I'm Mike. He's Jay. Click that subscribe button and get some wham up in ya.
Don't let your watch end.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.